guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with the next update for my whole collection Project Pan. I'm gonna go through the 10 products that I'm currently working on and show you where I am with all of them. Some of them I have not very impressive progress at all. I've been slacking on some of the products in this project, but I do have some rollouts as well, so that's exciting. But before I jump into any of the products in this project, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. But let's just get into the video. So let's start with the 3 eyeshadows that I have in this project currently. My rules for this project, basically anything goes apart from that. I want max 3 from each category. So I'm currently working on 3 eyeshadows. I most often work on 3 eyeshadows because I have majority eyeshadows in my collection, and currently I have 3 right here. So I'm going to start with the first one, which is actually from my Colourpop Through My Eyes palette, but I do have it put it as a single, and this is the shade Sandalwood, and I'm going to show you where it was when I introduced it last month up there. And since then I have used it 4 times, and this is what it looks like now. There might be a little bit of a disturbance in the pan, but not much at all. It's a very firmly pressed eyeshadow. It's really stunning though. It's very easy to incorporate into any look. I'm wearing it today as like a first transition shade, and it works really well, although I'm gone for like more of a red toned look today. I just need to remember to use this more often. The reason why I haven't used it more than 4 times is because I was finishing Golden Ochre in my Panda palette last month, and that was also like a first kind of transition shade, and that I had to prioritize over this one. But now once that's finished, I can focus on this one, and this one definitely will be rolling out next month. And if I didn't say already, my goal with my eyeshadows is either 15 uses or pan, so that was the first one. The second eyeshadow comes from my Huda Beauty Gold Obsessions palette. This one I rolled in last month as well. I think all of the eyeshadows I rolled in last month. And I'm working on the 9th shade in the palette, and this is what it looked like when I first introduced it, again last month. I had used it a couple of times prior to rolling into the project, but this is where it is now. So hopefully you can see that I was able to hit pan on this eyeshadow. It only took me 4 uses to pan on this, so not very much at all, but these pans are very shallow. I don't know if you will be able to see on camera, but they are very shallow. They're probably some of my most shallow pans in my collection. They might even be more shallow than the Beauty Bay ones, but yeah, I do have pan on this one now, and although I didn't use it 15 times, since I had pan on it, it will be rolling out, so that is my first rollout for the month. The last eyeshadow that I'm currently working on comes from my Anastasia Jackie Aina palette, and I'm working on the shade Lithuanian, which is this shade up here. Again, I rolled this one in last month, and I do believe this was completely untouched when I rolled it in. I don't think I actually reached for this eyeshadow before, maybe once. But yeah, that's what it looked like. And since then I have used this one twice, so not great, but you can see a little bit of usage on it. Definitely not a dip or anything, but it's a little bit of usage on it. So yeah, I need to use this more often, but again, I've been focusing on other things. But I'm really going to focus in on the 2 eyeshadows that are left in this project right now, and try to roll both of them out by next month. We'll see how it goes, but that's going to be my goal. And I did actually hit the bonus pan in this palette today. I hit pan on Trust Issues today because I used it as my inner corner highlight, and that I hit pan on that, so that's good at least. But yeah, I just need to reach for Lithuanian more. Next up, we have the blushes that are in this project. I'm working on 2 at the moment. The first one is my Becca blush in the shade Camellia. This is what it looked like last month, and you probably not going to be able to see any difference because I only used it additional 2 times. This is what it looks like now. I only have 6 uses on this in total, and my goal is 20, so I'm still quite far away. I was really hoping to use this more in the past month, but I'm so determined to get one of my blushes out of my rolling project pan, so that's my main focus at the moment. And the blushes in this project are used very neglected, but yeah, I definitely will get through these eventually, but I think they might even be in for 2 more months because I am determined to finish that blush. So we'll see how it goes, but yeah, 6 uses on this one so far and 14 more to go, so probably 2 more months with this blush at least. So that is my Becca Camellia blush. The second blush that I have that I'm currently working on, I rolled in last month, and that comes from my Hourglass Ambient Lightning Ghost Edit palette, and I rolled in the center pan at the bottom, which is the Strobe blush in Iridescent Rose. And this is what it looked like when I rolled it in, and since then I've only reached for it once, so again, not very impressive. I haven't reached for this for the same reason as the other one. I've just been focusing on other things, and this is definitely one that's going to stick around for a while, but at least I'm getting some use out of it this year, and having this palette out in general means that I can reach for some of the other things in here. But yeah, I definitely need to do better with both of the blushes next month, but outside this in so many videos, I've been very overwhelmed with blushes recently, and that's why I don't have more uses on them. Next up we have two primers that I've been working on in this project. The first one that I've been in the longest is my Pat McGrath Labs primer. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection primer, and my goal with this was to use it 30 times, and as of the last update I had used it 24, and I'm happy to say that I did use it the additional 6 times to hit my goal on this. This one will therefore roll out, and I'm excited about that because it means that I can roll something else in, which is always the most exciting part of these videos. I do like this primer. I feel like it's a little bit tacky, so it does kind of make my foundation grip a little bit longer, and therefore also I think lasts a bit longer. But yeah, it's not my favorite. I don't think it's worth the price tag, but I did get this for free when I ordered from Pat McGrath's website, and I do like it, but again I don't think it's worth the money. If you've been looking at this, I just think there's other things better, especially for the price. Next up we have my e.l.f. Putty Primer. This one has been in for 2 months now, and as of the last update I had reached for this 10 times. This is what it looked like at the last update, and my goal with this is to use it 50 times or hit pan on it. And this is what it looks like now, so hopefully you can see there that I was actually able to hit pan on this product. It took me an additional 13 times to hit pan on it, which means a total of 23 uses, and I did use it one additional time after hitting pan on it, but I'm very excited about that. This one will also be rolling out. I wasn't sure how long it would take to hit pan on this. I mean, I still have a lot of product left in here, but that's why I put the 50 uses or pan. But I'm very excited that I did hit pan on this. But again, this would be rolling out, which is very exciting, and that also means that I'm not really panning any primers at the moment, so I can roll something else in a different product if I want to. But yeah, this one will be rolling out as well. Next up we have a foundation that I rolled in at the last update. This is actually my newest, basically my newest makeup product apart from mascara that I have in my collection, and that is my MAC Face and Body Foundation. I have mine in the shade C3. This one is a little bit deep for me. It's more of a summer shade, but I mix it with a white concealer if I'm pale, and that works perfectly fine. But my goal with this is to use it 30 times. I didn't really want to finish it because obviously it was a brand new product, and I think 30 is a good number, especially since it is a bit of a deeper foundation for me. But I have so far used it 16 times, which is very exciting, and that also means that I should be able to roll this out next month. It's a beautiful foundation. I love wearing this, and it's a perfect foundation to wear to the office and things because it lasts really well on the skin, and it's not too full coverage. It looks quite natural, so I really have been falling in love with this foundation, and I'm excited to continue working on it in this project, but it definitely should be out the next month. We have 2 more products to go. The next one is one that I have been debating for a while whether to declutter or not, and that is my KVD liquid liner. My goal with this was to finish it, and I used it 4 times in the first month, and then for the last 2 months I have not used this back to back. However, I did reach for it once in the past month, and as of the last update I said if I don't use it again I will declutter it. However, I did use it once. I did not use it as an eyeliner though. The reason why I used it was to kind of cover the glue on my lashes. I just wanted to make them black again, and that's when I used this. So I did use it and I found a use for it, but I don't see the point of it still being in this project because I don't reach for liquid liner very often, and it's going to take forever. It's going to stay in this project all year, to be honest, if I keep it in. So I have decided to roll this out of the project, like basically VCing it out. I'm not going to declutter it because I do have a use for it now, and if I ever want a liquid liner I have this one. I do also have a backup one from Huda Beauty that I got for free in like a goodie bag, so I do have that one as well, but I think I'm going to keep this for now until it goes bad or until it dries out, and then once this one gets to that point I can replace it with the Huda Beauty one. But I'm just going to roll it out of this project because it's no fun watching me pan this when I use it like, you know, 5 times over 4 months. So that's the deal with this one, and this one will be rolling out as well. Then the final product that I have is my mascara in this product, and that is my Innisfree Skinny Mascara in Zero. This is like a lower lash line mascara. It looks like this, so it's a very tiny wand. I have used this 10 times in the past month for a total of 28, and my goal with this is to use it 50 times, so I have 20 more uses to go. I'm gonna try to hit my goal on this in the next month, but we'll see. I just keep forgetting to use this on an everyday basis, but I think this should definitely be out. Maybe not next month, but in 2 months. But I'm gonna try to push to remember to use this more often so I can roll it out next month. But that is where I am with this mascara, and that is, like I said, the final product. So those are all the products that I'm working on. I did hit goal on 3 items, and I'm rolling that KVD liner out. So I'm bracing 4 products into this project, so I'm gonna go ahead and randomize. And since I rolled one of the eyeshadows out, I can roll another eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go ahead and have my whole spreadsheet in to start with, and then if we roll an eyeshadow I will take them out. But I do have 992 products to pick from, so I'm going to put that into my randomizer. I'm going to clear my history, and then we're going to go ahead and pick my first number, which is going to be 559. And 559 is one of my single eyeshadows from Colourpop. This is a departed one, and it is in the shade Late Night, which I have no idea what that is. So I'm gonna have to figure out what that is and then collect that one. But since that is an eyeshadow, I'm gonna have to change my spreadsheet and go from where my eyeshadow ends and then just below, because I have my max of 3 eyeshadows. So let me see. The first number I can roll is 892 to 992. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick my second number, which is gonna be 924. Oh no, 924 is another blush, and that is my California blush by Benefit. It's a perfect blush for summer though, so I'm gonna pull it in, and that's also my max of blushes. So if I roll another blush, that I won't be allowing that in, but that's going to be my second item. My third item is going to be 961. And 961 is an item that I already had in this project prior this year, so I'm not going to allow that in because I don't want to double dip. And that is my Hourglass highlighter in Iridescent Strobe Light. That's also from that Ghost Edit palette, so but I'm not going to allow that in because I think it's no fun rolling the same product in twice in a year. So I'm going to go ahead and re-roll, and we're going to get 901. And 901 is actually my KVD liquid eyeliner again, so I'm not going to pull that in because I just filtered that out. So we're going to head and re-roll, and that's going to be 959. And 959 works. It's a highlighter. It is my Kaleidos Solar Sailor highlighter, which is the yellow one. I'm excited to roll that in. It's actually going to be really nice for summer. So that's going to be my my third item. And then my last item that I'm going to go ahead and roll in is going to be number 906. And 906 is another item that I already had in this year. I don't know why I keep re-rolling, but that is my Omega eyeshadow from MAC, which I use as a brow powder, but I already had that in really recently, so I'm going to go ahead and re-roll. And we're going to get 929, which is a blush. I'm going to go ahead and re-roll again. And we're going to get 898. And 898 works. That is an eyeliner from MAC in the shade Teddy. So that's going to be my last item I'm going to get. So I'm going to go ahead and pick those out, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I have my new items. The first one that I rolled in is the eyeshadow, which is a single from Colourpop. This came from the Element of Surprise palette, and it is in the shade Late Night. It's a beautiful kind of bronzy shade, and I think it's going to be quite easy to incorporate. It has a few sparkles to it, which is quite nice. But my goal with this will be 15 uses or pan as with every eyeshadow, and that's going to be the first one I'm rolling in. And there you have the swatch of that eyeshadow. It's beautiful. It's a nice neutral, so I think that's going to be easy to reach for. The second item that I'm rolling in is my California blush from Benefit. Again, I'm not excited about rolling in a blush, but it is a nice summery tone. I think since I'm so overwhelmed with blushes, I'm just going to put in a usage goal of 10 with this. I usually try to put in higher usage goals than that, but since I'm so overwhelmed with blushes, I'm just going to put in 10, not to overwhelm myself too much. And yeah, that's going to be the next item. And there you have the California blush swatched out. The next product I'm rolling in I'm very excited about, that is the highlighter from Kaleidos in Solar Sailor. This is a beautiful kind of goldeny highlight. It looks white in here, but it has like, it's more of an iridescent shade. I'm very excited to roll this one in because I haven't reached for it in a while, and it's a perfect kind of summery highlight because it does have that gold shift to it. With this one, I think I'm going to put in a usage goal of 20 because I'm panning something else, and it's not a highlight that I can use every single day, but that is it swatched out. So yeah, 20 uses on this highlighter. Then the last product that I have is my Teddy eyeliner from MAC. This one is a nice kind of deep brown. It looks, you can see it right there. I'm not the best at using eyeliner, so again, I think I'm going to put in a usage goal of 20 with this one, just to get some use out of it, but not overwhelm myself, because again, I am panning some eyeliners in my rolling product pan. But that's going to be my last item that I'm rolling in, and you can see the 4 items I rolled in right there. And with that, I'm going to wrap up this video. Let me know how you're doing if you're doing this project down below, and otherwise I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys!